Hey guys, it's me, Futuristic Mystic, and today I've got something to talk about. And as you guys probably already know, I am a quote black man quote. I'll just turn the camera. I am a quote unquote black man quote unquote. Um, I just wanted to bring up something that is really confusing to me, and feel like I'm gonna get a lot of backlash. A lot of people. I mean, you guys can just tell me your opinions. I don't really care, but I'm gonna say my opinion. This is out to all my brothers and sisters who are of any color, basically, because really there is no black or white, just different shades of brown. That's all it is. Just higher and lower concentrations of melanin, but yeah. Besides that, it's with people saying nigga. They say it. And okay, before I start getting into all this stuff, I know um, some white people, they like to go around. They like to go around and spew off. Well, they say it, then so I can say it, right? Blah 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 blah. Well, stop that right now. Stop that thinking right now, because I'm about to break down something that it just makes no sense to me. It really doesn't make any sense to me. Actually, it makes total sense, but it doesn't make any sense why people are still saying it. Um, First, I'm gonna start with my people of darker hue. Um, Really, why? Why? I never really got it, and I always feel uncomfortable saying it because I think back in history, our white counterparts, our friends that are white, their ancestors, our maybe even our ancestors maybe even our ancestors too, because of rape and all that stuff during slavery. Hate to admit it, but it happened, which doesn't make me feel too well. It makes me feel like I don't even know who I am. I don't know who I am, but a lot of us don't. A lot of us don't. But what did they call the first slaves? Nigger. That's what they called them. Now you think about where did slaves most? Where were the slaves most at in America during slavery? Where were they? The South. How did they speak in the South? At most in maybe like Florida, Louisiana, stuff like that. I live in the South, Arkansas. How do you think they talk? They said their R's like nigga, like in Louisiana, that nigga over there, and they would say it like that, and they wouldn't. And sometimes they hit that hard R if you're like in Texas, but um, you know what they would say to some of the slaves? They would call them. I mean, they would obviously call them that, and they would tell some of the other slave, like some of like the house slaves or something. Like if another slave was doing something wrong, they would say, "Go tell that nigga," and in the exact word, "Go tell that nigga over there." And it just caught on, and nobody knew about our ancestors when they came here. They just automatically assumed they were bad, and that stuck over time and over time and over time. And the more you call somebody bad, they're gonna start thinking they're bad. I mean, when I was 4 years old, or not four, but when I was little, I thought I was literally gonna grow up and be a thug. I really did, because I saw other black people, other people. I'm adopted. I saw other people on TV though who looked like me, and they were in trouble. I thought that's what I was gonna be. So over and over and over, I saw that. So it just proves, and that was a short amount of time. That's my lifetime. I'm 16 years old. That's not a long time. 16 years ago, I was born. But okay. But besides that, I actually thought I was gonna grow up and be a thug and do all this stuff and get arrested and all that stuff. Um, but really, the word was intended to, and it was made to put down at people for who they are. So for a white person to say, since they say it, we can say it. I mean, no, if you say you're against slavery like you say you do, then don't say it at all. Don't say it at all, because the word was meant to put down a people. Even if the people do say it themselves, they will think about it. Like, it's like you say it over and over and over, and nobody really thinks about it being in slavery until they actually do start thinking about it. And then they start to feel down about themselves, and they're like, I'm just a nigga. I'm just a nigga over here trying to do all this stuff, man. Yeah, they start feeling down on themselves. It's a word meant to put down a people, man. Like Beaner. You don't call a person a beaner. You don't call a person a nigger. Come on. I mean, this is always gonna happen. Somebody's always gonna do it. I mean, I think when I was like maybe 12 or 13, somebody drove by me when I was at my aunt's house, and they say, they stuck their head out and said, "Nigger." They're always gonna do it. It's meant to put down to people. The person who drove by and yelled that at me, they were trying to get on my nerves, trying to make me feel like less of a man. That's all they always try to do. Now, just stop. That's all you gotta do. I mean, there's nothing really more for me to say. Is just stop. I mean, I want there to be change. I really want there to be change. And like, this is gonna be why white people say, "Well, that's what we've been saying this entire time." But you say, "Well, since they say it, I can say it too, right?" And they can't get mad. It's like it's principle, man. It's just principle. You get mad. You just do. And it's like saying it is the only way, because we don't know who we are. Because we don't know who we are. We don't know our heritage. We don't know anything like that. Saying it is like giving ourselves an identity, and we can only isolate that word to people of our color, people around our color, anyways, people our color. It's sad, but it just needs to stop and understand who we are. And for that, everybody of every single color, everyone of every single color, which just means every single ethnicity, every single race, quote unquote race is a concept, humanity, they literally need to join together, because this is dumb. It's really dumb. It's really stupid. It's stupid. So yeah, I guess that's it. It's that thing came to mind. Just stop. And we don't want to be. No one wants to be put down. Nobody wants to be put down as a people altogether. And really, if the government hates racism so much, why would they enforce it throughout the years? That makes perfect sense, because they don't want a people to rise up and understand who they are. Find out who you are. A homeless man named Zoe in Atlanta. He told me to call him Zoe. He's from Haiti. He had dreads. He's the whole reggae thing. He's pretty cool. He said, "Know your history, not his story, your story." It's like, not his story that he gave you. Your story. Know your story. So yeah, and the people that want, like white people that want to say nigga, like they really want to, just understand they're controlling you too by that word. Because when you say that, you go by what they want you to do. They want you to put down a people. That's all they want you to do. And they've got the quote unquote, again, black men and women, and which means Mexicans, Asians, all that stuff, and all the stereotypes. The people they put stereotypes on the most. That's what I'm saying. They got them so entwined in their head, in our head, but it's slowly coming undone. It is. It really is. And I hate to say it, but it's not gonna last. One more thing. I like what Malcolm X said. Oh, by the way, we share a birthday. One more thing. I like what Malcolm X said. He said, like Martin Luther King, all those civil rights activists throughout the ages and stuff like that, they never really fought for freedom. They always begged the white man for freedom, or the lightly hued man for freedom, further putting the white man up on its own little totem pole. But beyond that, okay, it's just all humanity. Remember that. I'm just quoting what he said. It further puts them up to a rank of superiority over us. That's all it ever does. So yeah, with that said, I guess that's it, guys. Peace. That's it. Think about it.